Well, day one of the Go West Young Man road trip was well underway. Made it to Indiana without any problems. Was looking forward to heading up north and getting to the Launching Pad Cafe. At least I thought I was heading north. After riding on the highways for several hours through Indiana and Illinois, I started seeing some signs for Springfield, which was supposed to be the stopping point at the end of my day, not the beginning of it. I knew something was wrong. All right, I'm feeling a little bit like the commercials with Mayhem and the GPS, telling you to take a left, take a right, turn here, turn there. Well, somehow my GPS got me set up to go from point A to the end point. Forget all the waypoints in between. So now I am just outside, not too far from Springfield, while I was supposed to be up north. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I did wrong. This can't be good. Okay, I am 38 miles from Springfield, which is the end of my day, and I'm 106 from where I was supposed to start this program. Supposed to start this trip. So now I am gonna shoot back up to the Launching Point Cafe, turn around to come back to where I'm at 38 miles away. So still haven't figured out why the GPS, it shows the track I put in, but it goes from the first point to the last point. So I have to figure out if it's set up for the fastest route, if it's not set up for going off-road, or I'm not sure. I just haven't figured it out yet. So anyways, we're going to go for an hour and a half drive north, turn around and come south. So I think I've extended this day a little bit. Well, I finally made it up to the Launching Pad Cafe in Wilmington, Indiana. This big fella is called the Gemini Giant. This is basically the start of my Route 66 adventure. Can't wait to begin. Now, one of the things that I noticed immediately once I started riding on Route 66, some of the parts would literally go through neighborhoods. Now remember, this was what they considered their highway back in the 40s and 50s. What a difference from today's highways. This was all about Americana and seeing it and experiencing it. Now, you get on the highway and you shoot across the United States in a couple days. It just makes you think what it must have been like to travel on Route 66 way back when. Unfortunately, much of the old Route 66 has been abandoned, but every once in a while you get a glimpse of it. So I decided I wanted to ride on the original Route 66. Old Route 66! Old Route 66. Now once I got back on the road, I started seeing these wind farms out in the distance. A lot of them, actually. Now I must have a thing for wind farms because I got really excited once I saw them. I decided I was going to try to figure out a way to get up close and personal with them.
I'm sorry for wasting your precious time. Look at you now, you don't talk so loud. Your eyelashes have all run out from making them wishes and pulling them out. Screaming so loud, I won't be saved. Nature saved me tonight.
Alright, I'm always amazed when I get to see a wind farm. Back in 2013 when I did the Maniac Maine road trip, I came across maybe a half a dozen that were just kind of lined up on a ridge. Well, I found another wind farm. These are probably just as big. It's really hard to get a feel from the camera, but they're just enormous in size. It's a really windy day today, so these things are really moving around. In this particular wind farm, from what I can see from here, there's about 50 of these. They're just rows and rows and rows all along the cornfield there. It's just amazing to see. So right now we are between Dwight, Illinois and Pontiac, Illinois. And this has got to be probably the third wind farm that I've seen along this route. And they're just enormous. Like I said, I can count at least 50 of them out there. There are some I can't even see in the distance. I mean, it just keeps going and going. Well, I had a long way to go before I got to Springfield, Illinois. I was running way behind, and there were lots of sights to see along the way. Ambler's Texaco was built in 1933 and now serves as the Dwight Visitor Center. Alright, doing a little break. I am really way behind. What's new, I guess, right? With that little detour that the GPS gave me, that threw me back about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So I'm on my way back to Springfield. So I'm gonna get there. End up getting there a lot later than expected. I'll still get there tonight. One of the great things is, day one, I have a brake failure. I told my buddy Craig there was something wrong with my brake, and it popped back on again. I don't know what it is. They're working. That's a plus. But I did the mechanics. I changed out the pads, put it back on. So it's probably has to do with my mechanics. My mechanical skills or lack thereof. So get on the road here, and Bloomington, I think is where I'm supposed to be going. And after that, Springfield. The pride of Odell is this 1932 Standard Oil gas station. Back in 1995, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Today, it serves as a welcome center for the village of Odell. It's a great reminder of the old nostalgic days of Route 66. Well, I made it to Pontiac, Illinois, the museum. But I'm running a bit late, so the museum's closed. Which is too bad. It was really a good museum. So I'm still hoping to get to Springfield tonight. Wishing Well Motel, boy, I tell you, I can come up with a couple wishes. There are several of these Bunyan statues along Route 66 dating back to the 1960s. The first one I came across was the Gemini Giant at the start of my Route 66 adventure. In Atlanta, Illinois, Palms Grill Cafe dates back to 1936, known for bingo nights, dance nights, and the local Greyhound bus, and friendly smiles. Well, it was already getting really late when I pulled into Lincoln, Illinois. I still had about 60 miles to go before I got to Springfield, but I was determined to make it by the end of the night. I finally arrived in Springfield around 11:30, which meant my first day on the road was almost 16 hours long. The downtown area was absolutely deserted, except for the police. I checked into the Route 66 Hotel and Conference Center around midnight. I was looking forward to getting a good night's sleep and spending the morning in the land of Lincoln, seeing all the sights. I was pretty tired, so we'll see you in the morning.